This is a story of Helen Hardy, who lived a long and fruitful life. It's being shared with photos and videos and stories by her middle child, myself, Shanti Vani, and it is March of 2025 as we're recording this story. I hope you enjoy Helen's story. We're calling it Supporting a Loved One Through Dementia, and it's designed to help people who are dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's. So Helen was born in 1925. She had a happy life. And this is a photo of her as the youngest child with her three siblings. She tells me that her mom knew how to determine whether it was going to be a boy or a girl, and that she planned boy, girl, boy, girl. This is her family in the early days. Her grandfather in the middle is Millard Hardy, who was born in 1850. This is her mom with her grandmother, and that's her dad picking fruits. This is Helen. She was a beautiful, happy child. She was also quite a rascal. Her parents, Lillian and George, both died suddenly. Her mom when she was 29 and her dad when she was 18. She was in the class of 43 at Newton High School, and that's her glamour shot photo when she was 18. She met George. He was the brother of one of her friends in school. And she met him, and that's her mom. Very happy with George. She loved him and wanted mom to marry him. So World War II was going on, and the guys were trying to grab a bride pretty quick. So they were married when she was 19 in 1945 in the summer. That's a beautiful wedding shot. Two of them. And then the first child was born in 1946, and that's me. I was born in 51. And then my brother was born in 1954. So there were three children. And here's a picture of us in the 50s. Here it says in Ethiopia, we lived in Addis Ababa in the early 50s. And here's a photo of mom with Emperor Haile Selassie. She was very diplomatic and beautiful. We lived in Hastings on the Hudson in the 50s. And so that's a picture of us after we came back from Africa. This is a couple of shots from our summer home in Goose Pond in Lee, Massachusetts, where we enjoyed our summers. In 1995 or 6, when mom was 70, she decided to go on an adventure with the green tortoise. And okay, so we're going to jump forward to the new millennium. This is a family photo that we took. There's mom down in the middle with some of us. And then this is at my wedding with Terry and a big, nice family reunion. Mom was always happiest when the family was getting together. Here's me on the left and my sister Nancy on the right with mom, and she was into her dementia by now. But she was always just so happy. And there's with my brother. And mom and dad had been separated and divorced in the 60s, but fortunately, after a while, they started talking and visiting again. And then this is my three daughters. Naomi in the middle tragically died in 2015. She had addiction and depression. And here's
Oh
mom
my
talking
heavens.
about family.
Oh, what I want is to see every single wonderful person in my family and be there sometime. If you have to wake to get up in the morning to get here, I wish they would do. It would be great. And if we could just get out here in the what what do you call it? The yard. That would make it even better. And all the people. Oh, please. Yeah, I just want it all. Well, we'll have to take to that and look and think. But I do think that if we read out here and back and forth, we'll have everybody is bringing in things in, and it'll be perfect. And some of us will work, and a little bit because I had to get in and to take my stuff. And actually, I thought the way that reason I was going to be over here was not exactly. No, no one did I get that dinner. I think that I wanted for Christmas to make sure that we ask our kids. I want us to do that. I would do it around it. I would do it to talk to people.
Make the phone calls. Perfect.
I would. And of course, we have to have food and things.
Yeah.
Well, all the colors of these things and that are out here is one of them, and the food is Graham. This is great. So Sweden, and to get ourselves into a nice table here.
So, yeah. So this is Helen with two of her great-grandsons. She loved her babies. Now we're going to hear another.
What other kids were there then?
Oh, what the other kids? Well, their names were. Whoa, heavens! Can I remember their names? Oh, please do.
So Helen really loved to play, and she loved Russian Bank. If anyone wants to get together and play Russian Bank, I would love that. It was her favorite card game ever. This is with her friend and my cousin in St. Augustine. You can see how she just loved laughing and enjoying her people. This is the scene at her home on Hidden Lake, out her back patio. She loved being around water. And this is me and Mom on the dock at her home in Hidden Lake. She had a hot tub on her patio. I just love how happy she was. Even with her dementia, she was trying to play her piano some. She would really like to keep herself busy. Here she is grating cheese and coloring. And then we had a picture book that Dad had made for us. So she's looking at this picture book.
No time, but if he would the way they look sort of so just a little till, but she had yeah. Oh. Why?
And next is a rather long, almost minute and a half about how and she enjoyed playing with her sock and her glove.
One thing I decided I'm gonna,
Oh, you never
do
saw
things
it.
like that.
Yeah, you
All
never
right,
know when you
I'll
might
take
need
it.
a sock.
And I'll be doing it. Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
you got a black glove and a white sock.
Look what you're doing.
Oh yeah, you can wave to her.
I know. But I like that.
Yeah,
I certainly like it.
right.
Yeah,
I like it too.
that's the one thing they have to put it here. Because I really need
You put your
or
sock
something.
in that pocket,
Oh, yeah.
and your glove is in the other pocket, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're having a good time.
Oh, I think I'm good. Yeah, that's better.
Good.
Very.
And she loved a punch balloon is a really great, safe way to play with anyone of any age.
All right. All right. Whoa. Whoa.
And Mom had two cats, Dexter and Scarlet. Scarlet had been shaved because she had a lot of mats, but she loved her fur babies. Now, this is after she was at Al's place one day. She used to resist going to Al's place in the beginning, but I loved it when she came home and she shared how happy she was there in this video.
Wondering if they would do it. Well, they did. they just kept, and they loved it. I loved it, and we were. It was. It was so good. Yeah. Oh, and sweet little thing. Look at you. I love you so. Yeah. 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 Oh yes.
And just a little shot of her and Dad on the back patio. I just thought that was pretty cute. They both look so happy. And this is a little time she had some trouble with, she was trying to put her sock on her shoe. I just thought it was cool to share. And these are all in chronological order.
Yeah. I guess we'll do four. It will be your. Yeah. No. Well, that's not going to do. No. Yes.
And don't get too depressed because there are moments like this too. Those musicians came down off of their stage on the porch to be close to her because she was having so much fun. Fortunately, Helen was here. We had a wedding on her patio in 2017. This was just a year before she died.
With me. Yeah, that's good.
Boo Bird and May May. This was at Al's place.
Do it.
Good.
Go.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, nice.
She loved, these are some of her great grandchildren and a granddaughter. She loved her visits with family. And Sarah, my other daughter, she was able to live with us and take care of Mom for those 3 years from 2015 to 2018. This was Mom's last visit to the pedicure place, and she loved her ice cream. Fortunately, in January of 2018, just a few months before Mom died, my brother Dick was able to come and visit, and he played this beautiful song for her while she lay in bed. Yeah, that was a real blessing. So around that time, Mom had a bowel impaction that was very difficult. So we had to take her to the hospital. And here's a video where I think she's talking about my sister, who was estranged from most of the family. I think that's who she was talking about. Let's see.
Who knows? But I don't think she'd know. But I think if I go, though, I'll talk with her.
Yeah.
And I just have to, my dear.
Yeah. You miss her.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. So then she was no longer able to go to Al's place because she just wasn't functioning well enough. So I was exhausted and not able to take full care of her. So I got her into an assisted living for a short period of time. Here's the first day she got there. She's always laughing at me for taking her picture all the time. So then on April 5th, she had a stroke and she was no longer able to use her right hand. So we took her home. She used her left hand. She was like, okay. Then she went to hospice for a short respite visit. And as you see, she decided she wasn't going to wear her teeth anymore. So these are the two photos that hospice took the day she came in and then the day she went out. So it's kind of beautiful. This is the very last video that we have of Mom. It was taken 5 days before her death. And I just wanted you to see a little bit of her attitude and her calm way in accepting life's changes. So Mom died on April 23rd of 2018. And as you see here, she was getting cyanotic, turning a little bit blue. And I was blessed to be with her. Helen felt that her beauty was a hindrance, but I think in her later years, she realized that it really wasn't. So I just want to share one of Helen's favorite quotes that I found in her papers after she died. It says, "The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we embrace for that day. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And then this is just a short minute of part of her memorial service that we had at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship in Gainesville. We had a group, a cappella group singing, and then my son Eli and his son Austin played drums. So here's just a little bit of her service for you.